Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic, and I have been wanting to make this nannerism for a while. One of the things that I've been thinking a lot about lately is being somebody who helps other folks. I love that thing that Mr. Rogers says that his mom told him in times of trouble: look for the helpers. And I love that, and I love being a helper. It's a really important part of my identity. But my problem gets to be sometimes that I can be a vessel of other people's suffering and challenges. In other words, people will share with me the things that are going on in their life, or I observe them, and I tend to hold on to them. In my professional life, I figured out that I am not a person who should do direct service social work, that I needed to be more of an administrator, just because I really have trouble with that. So recently I looked up this word called conduit, which is, conduit is a thing where something passes through you. And what I've been trying to do lately with the struggles of others is, rather than being a vessel for the struggles of others, to be a conduit. In other words, to be willing to listen and be present and take in the challenges that other people have, but also to pass them out and through and into the universe, into God's hands, into something other than me, so that I don't carry other people's burdens, so that I'm honored to be present and to be helpful and to be aware and to care and to have empathy, but that I don't have to hold on to their problems. Other people's problems don't belong to me, they belong to them. So I'm learning to be a vessel. And I guess here in this vacation, one of the things that I'm trying really hard to do is to empty this vessel, that I might be an empty vessel. Isn't that a very Buddhist-like thing to say? To be an empty vessel, so that I have room and for more when I get home, so that I can continue to learn this process of taking in and supporting and loving and caring for others, while also not holding on to the things that don't belong to me. So may you be a conduit and not a vessel today. Happy holidays from Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. Travels with Nana. Love to you all. Well, good morning from the Dominican Republic. Today is the most glorious sunrise we have seen so far. We got down here a little early so that we could really watch the beginning of the golden hour. We are on vacation, so much earlier than this just is not possible, but it is gorgeous. And right now it is 6:40 and the sun rises at a little after 7. So we're just gonna enjoy our time here. It's mornings like this that make me grateful I'm an early riser, because I guess otherwise I'd probably see the sunset. Now I never see the sunset. Very rarely do I see the sunset. Well, at least in a way that I'm paying attention, because usually if I am awake at that hour, I am watching a movie or reading a book or doing something to wind down my day. So sunrise is my jam. And isn't it beautiful? Isn't it just lovely? I think I'm just going to sit for a little while, listen to the waves, and wait for the sun to rise on a new day. I have been thinking about this vacation and the word hedonism, which means the pursuit of pleasure. Usually when I travel, I go to see people I love, or I go to check out museums or historical places, and we do those kinds of tours, and they're wonderful, wonderful. This particular vacation is supposed to be completely devoted to relaxing, something that I'm not very good at. So this is really stretching me. Can I sit on a beach? Can I relax? Later today I'm getting a massage. And I'm not so good at relaxing, so this is good for me to stretch and pull myself just a little bit in this opportunity to relax and really do some intentional relaxation. So here I go, taking a restful vacation, something that I don't know, not my jam usually, but I think it's important that we stretch ourselves. And isn't it funny that my exercise and really challenging myself is to relax? Tells you a little something about me. Something that hasn't changed all my life. So I am learning to put my feet up and my toes in the sand. And so the sun again rises on another day, a relaxing day, day in paradise, a day bookmarked by sunrises and sunsets. Happy day. We're going to get some coffee. Well, good morning. So today we are going on what they call an excursion. We are going to be gone most of the day in a van, and we have several stops. We are going to see a cathedral, we're going to a beach, we're going to do some shopping. But basically they take a bunch of tourists, they put us on a bus, and they tell us a bunch of stuff about the area. I had said in an earlier video that this vacation was about hedonism, or the pursuit of pleasure. So I thought I'd read a little something about hedonism. So hedonism is the philosophical view that pleasure and avoidance of pain are most important, or even only, intrinsic goods in life. I don't think that's true. I think there's a lot more to life than just pursuing pleasure, but this vacation has been about pleasure. Something tumbled out of my mouth yesterday when I was talking with our concierge. Yes, we have a concierge, which is that resting is exhausting. I'm a person who works very hard, and taking time just to rest and take care of myself is not something I do a whole lot, and having days of it, I laid on the beach yesterday and read a book and just relaxed, and it was wonderful, but it was also exhausting by the end of the day, all of the sun and the rest, and maybe I was a little dehydrated too, but so I don't know. Hedonism seems to me to be just as exhausting as working, at least for this person. So today we'll be off on adventures, get some footage of some interesting things here in the Punta Cana area of the Dominican Republic. So I'll look forward to that, and yet another day of hedonistic pursuits here. So happy days, happy days. Well, we are on this bus, and I'm recording now because we're going to be picking up a bunch of other people, but we were a little nervous. We kept waiting. Other people were getting picked up for their little excursions, and nothing was happening for us, but luckily we got picked up, and they knew my name, so I guess we're going to the right place. Anyway, off we go. Adventures with Nana into the wilds of the Dominican Republic. You have anything to say? Say good morning to the
good morning. This is, everybody else is getting picked up in these new air-conditioned buses and vans, and ours is kind of exposed to the elements, so we're definitely going to be in for a treat today. We're definitely going to be experiencing the Dominican Republic in all of its glory.
Luckily there's rain flaps just in case. Hello, I am going to try riding a horse in a dress because I'm on vacation. So here we go. Wish me luck. Ah! Here we go. I think I'm ready. I think I can handle this. I think I got this.
Lilo, espere, mete el caballito en el medio. Es que él quiere que lo lleven agarrado, le dijo aquí ya. Sí. Eche ella acá. You okay, mama?
Yeah. Off we go. Okay, baby. Be gentle with me. Okay, now I'm going to stop filming so I can hold on with both hands. Wish me luck. Well, here I am on my horse. Riding, it's a little bouncy, but it's good. This was a surprise. I didn't know we were going to get to ride horses. So it's been a while for me. This is a pleasure. I guess we're going to tour a basilica after that bumpy ride. It's nice to be out of the transportation. Here we go. Well, look at this beautiful view. We just had a lovely lunch of typical Dominican food. Rice, beans, chicken. Was yummy, was very yummy. Now I'm just looking at this nice view of the mountains. We are up pretty high here. We were just looking at some sugar cane and how it grows and how they cut it, but when they cut it, they don't cut it completely off because they just cut it and leave, you know, maybe like 6 inches, and then that grows a whole nother bunch of sugar cane, and they actually will harvest the sugar cane multiple times a year, so that's very interesting. Anyway, here I am in the mountains outside of Punta Cana. We probably traveled for about an hour west to get to where we are, and we're having a lovely tour, and I'm learning some very interesting and new things about life here in the Dominican Republic. So it's a very different side than our hedonistic experience at the hotel, at the resort. But I did learn some interesting things, which is that the people that work at the resorts tend to stay there 5 days a week, living there 24 hours a day, and then they go home for a couple of days. They don't tend to commute back and forth. Part of that is, you know, the cost of the commute and the fact that not everybody has cars. A lot of people have motorcycles instead. I see a lot of motorcycles. Anyway, it's given me a different view of the Dominican Republic.
If you enjoyed this video, remember to like it and then subscribe to my channel, Travels with Nana Adrian, on YouTube. Thank you.
you.